So what if your husband or wife came back on one day and they were like, hey babe, it's our anniversary. I know what you've been so special. You truly deserve this. And they were like, really? Wow, thanks. What did you get? And they're like, I don't want to ruin the surprise. You go ahead and open it. And they're like, okay. And they open it and it's a robot. Not just any kind of robot, but a sex robot. This is what led to the interesting turnaround of a marriage in the history of interesting turnarounds on TV. Hi, my name is Susan. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, how's it going? Now this story is called Accused. I think it's from a TV show called Accused, and this is like the second season, the 6th episode or so of the second season, and it's titled Megan's Story. Anyway, the story begins with Megan. Megan is a successful artist. She and her husband are on a double date with another couple, and they are basically celebrating Megan's success, a milestone, I guess, in Megan's career, right? And during this dinner date, they are basically just talking about how the music industry has progressed because of AI. John, who is Megan's husband, doesn't exactly look so happy because of this topic. He was into music before. He was actually a pianist, but because of AI's impact on the music industry, he's no longer interested. In his own words, he feels that AI's impact on music is so crushing, and so he decided to quit music and go into gardening. What we can see about this family is the fact that Megan is quite engrossed in her career. John is feeling neglected at home. He wants them to start a family, but Megan wants to wait until her career really hits. Because of this, there's no spark in their intimacy anymore because Megan most times is like too tired to connect. Now Megan comes up with the most brilliant solution in the history of brilliant solutions on TV. I'm sorry. She visits her sister, Leah Richards. Her sister is an expert in AI technology. So Megan is like, she feels like she has been neglecting her husband because she's working 24/7 and she feels guilty. And so she heard about this intimacy robot. I'm sorry, I literally can't go through this video without laughing because this was my reaction on watching this. So I'm sorry, you guys just have to accommodate me doing this. I'm going to try my best to narrate this with a straight face, but you just have to pardon me. I'm sorry. Anyway, she feels guilty. She has heard about this intimacy robots that her sister is working on, so she wants to give it a shot, right? Leia is like, sis, I don't think that's a good idea. Can't you find other ways to like sort of work this out? But she insists, she's like, she should do whatever it takes, that she needs to provide a solution to this problem in their marriage, right? So this is where she presents the problem solving gifts to her husband on their anniversary. She takes it home, right, to show her husband. When he sees it, his jaw is begging to be picked up from the floor at this point because he can't believe what he's seeing and hearing. So he's like, what is going on here? Like, what's happening? He feels insulted, he's confused, and he's literally promising that he's going to return it back. Like, what is it? What you take me for? What is happening here? Why would you think I would be interested in a sex robot? He's like literally promising, he's swearing on his life that he was going to send the robots back. Well, your guess is as good as mine on what happened next. A few hours later, we basically see the robots getting charged and John heading to bed because he's been worn out. Anyway, Megan returns home and she's surprised to see the robot still there, right? Because she thinks that her husband will return it, right? Like he said he would. And she goes to ask her husband about it and he's like, you know what? I changed my mind. We don't need to send the robots back right now. Okay, it's actually not that bad.
Changed my mind.
Oh?
It was good. Different from you, but it was good.
Well, I'm glad.
I always see a little jealousy stare in Megan's eye at this point. Obviously, John is curious and intrigued by this robot. He even names it Eve.
Is there anything you don't know?
My name. Will you give me one? Before I go, I'd like to know who I am.
How about Eve?
He starts to get emotionally attached to the robot because the robot is obviously having conversations with him. She shows, what am I saying? It shows interest in his music. Anyway, John is like spending more time with Eve and less time with Megan, and Megan is livid. Honestly, I was just laughing at this all through. You bought a whole sex robot for your husband because you're super busy, but you still found time to get upset. Like, how are you finding time to get angry? Explain in 5 sentences. Summarize in a few words. Like, I want to know. Honestly, I don't think there's a better definition of eating your cake and having it than this. Well, one day, John was supposed to attend the biggest meeting of Megan's career, and instead, he chose to stay home with Eve. To his defense, he actually prepared to go, but he got carried away and lost track of time. Megan comes back home. She can't stand this anymore, and she's like, I have to give this robot back. Like, what is the meaning of this? Why did you miss like the biggest meeting of my career because of this robot? I don't understand. So she's like, she needs to give this robot back, right? So she goes to meet her sister, like, I can't handle this anymore. This robot is messing things up. I want to give it back. And the sister is like, no, I'm not collecting it back. You have to keep it. You know, the sister is like, she needs to stop always having her way all the time, that she's selfish, that she needs to let her husband have his way this time. So one thing I forgot to mention is that this is a trial robot, so it has not really been released yet, right? So the sister is also trying to save face, and she doesn't want to take it back because it's going to look bad on her if a trial robot was sent back without like fulfilling the full term. People are not going to be willing to try because they will feel like something was wrong, right? So this is also why she was trying to convince her sister, like, you know, to keep it for the remaining duration of the time that she was supposed to have it. Anyway, Megan decides to leave the house for a while because she's so upset at her husband not showing up because of Eve. Can someone explain to me why she has not gone to break the robot's legs while the robot was charging? Like, I'm trying to understand it and I just don't. I'm confused. Why is the robot still in that house? Anyway, while she's giving her husband a break, you know, she moved out of the house at this point to stay with her sister because she was upset at what happened. So she decides on another brilliant solution. She goes to do IVF and gets pregnant with twins. Her husband is not aware about this decision. So she goes back home after she gets pregnant and breaks the good news to her husband. And her husband is like, what? Who is the father? No, he didn't say that. I'm just kidding. Anyway, the man can't believe that she decided to do this all alone without talking to him.
Not really.
I'm pregnant, John. With twins.
And the next thing he says is, I want a divorce. And she's like, what? Are you kidding me? You want to leave me for a robot? Are you drunk? He keeps telling her that he loves the robots and that he wants to move on with Eve. Well, she's upset by this and she hits a bottle on his head and literally he's on the floor and he's like gone. Like gone. He doesn't pass out. He like goes on. Anyway, we see her in court and her lawyer is defending her and explaining why she got the robot in the first place. And we see that she wins the case. So the reason why she wins this case is because her sister helps her out. Her sister manipulates the evidence that she killed her husband. So instead of the video evidence to show that she actually killed the husband, it was made to look like the robot killed the man. And that's how she goes scot-free, but ruins her sister's career forever because her sister cannot get a job anymore. And of course, nobody will hire anyone who built an AI that unalived its owner. Anyway, that's the end of this ridiculous story. I think it was just pure comedy, honestly. I don't know what the lesson here was supposed to be, and I couldn't stop laughing all through. What did you guys think of this? Have you heard or seen about this story? I think it's quite recent. I'm not sure. But like, I want to know what your thoughts are in the comments. Do you think that this is something that could literally happen? I personally don't think anybody will be getting a robot for their husband. No matter how busy you are, you guys will just have to work it out somehow. But let me know what you guys think about this story. Thank you for watching. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, how's it going? Please don't forget to leave a comment. My name is Susan. Please don't forget to leave a comment, like this video and subscribe. Turn on your notifications if you want to get notified anytime I drop a video. Thank you for watching and I will see you on the next video. Bye.